back to Digital Reviews. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone, especially to all my subscribers and people that watch my videos. You've made a big improvement to my channel and helped me grow a little bit, so big thanks for that, thank you. What we're going to look at today is gaming laptops, and what we're going to do is we're going to compare in terms of price what you can get from a gaming laptop as opposed to what you can get for the same sort of price for a PC desktop. What we're going to do is then look at the same specs on the desktop as you would get in a laptop, and we're going to say what you could save in terms of the cash that you spend on each of them, and then we're going to look into the upgrades that you could make to the desktop in order to capitalise on that money that you've saved and see what you can get for the same price. Now, I know laptops have their place and some people do need a laptop for what they want, but this is for basically if you don't need the portability of a laptop, what you can get in for the same money in terms of a desktop. So what we're going to do is going to show you on a PC Part Picker what we've sorted out, and we'll wrap it up at the end. Cheers.
Right, so first what we've got to do is we've got to pick a laptop to compare against on Overclockers. This is the website I'm going to use just because I know they have reasonable prices and generally are good to deal with. So what we're first going to do is go into the gaming laptops in here, and we're going to go kind of middle of the road to high end and go for the RTX 2070. Now, I mean, you can choose lots of laptops on here. There is some £2,000 plus, but what I'm going to do is go in at a reasonable price one, the HP Omen here, with the 2070 in it. So let's have a quick look at that. Now, this is a 17.3 IPS 144Hz display panel with G-Sync technology. It's got obviously the 2070, and it's also 16GB of RAM at 2666 Hz. It has the i7-9750H, so a direct comparison for that is going to be the 9700K. Also in here we've got 512GB M.2, and we've also got a 1TB 7200 RPM mechanical drive. It also comes with a mouse and has Windows 10 installed. So let's have a look onto PC Part Picker and see what we can pick. So if we go into choose a CPU first, what we're going to do is go straight for the 9700K. That will then lead us on to choose a cooler. Now, on this cooler in laptop, not ever really very good, but we're going to pick a decent cooler, and it's actually the one that I recently reviewed on my channel, so you can have a look at that if you need to. And it's the Be Quiet Dark 4, really well performance high-end air cooler there. I absolutely love it, and I'm still using it in my rig now. So let's add that one in. Now, for a decent gaming motherboard, we're going to go for a Z390, and looking at it straight off this list, even though it's not in any particular order, I'm going to go for a decent one with a really good price. So I'm going to go for this MSI Z390A Pro, which as you can see, got a lot of good ratings, 128GB max RAM, 4 slots ATX. So let's add that one in. For the memory, if we match it exactly to the laptop, we need 2666. So if we go down here and select that filter, and then this one right at the top here is going to be brilliant. We've got a Corsair LPX. It's low profile, not that really matters in this kind of build, but if you were to choose an RTX, then that might help you out. So we're going to choose that one just to match, and I know it's good RAM because it's Corsair, it's Vengeance. You're all probably pretty familiar with that. So we'll choose that one. It's also a good price. Now for storage, as I said, we need to pick a 512GB M.2. So if we go down here and we choose M.2, make sure I've got exactly what I need. We'll order that by price to see what we can get for our money. Now looking down this list, these are all different things. Let's just change this to 500 minimum, so then we know we're in the right range. We've got things like the Crucial P1, but then we've also got here, which is exactly 512, the Intel 660p. So we're going to go for that one because that's a really good price for what you're getting. So I'll add that one in. As I said, we need a mechanical hard drive of 1TB. So again, I'm not going to do too much searching for this. I'm just trying to get a good match for what's in the laptop itself. So we're going to go for this Western Digital Caviar Blue, really good rating, 7200 RPM, 1TB, 64MB cache, and a really good price. So that'd be good for storing games and things like that on. And then obviously we need to match it with a 2070. So if we go down and we look at and just tick the 2070s, then we'll order that by price as well. So we get the best value for our money. And Asus Dual, can't go wrong with Asus, decent reviews, decent clock speeds, let's go with that one. And then in terms of case, not that this really matters. I mean, if you wanted the portability a little bit, you could go for an ITX, which would change the build a little bit, but that's something you can configure yourselves if that's what you want to do. But we're just going to go with a standard case here, and I've heard good things about the Fantex P300, and that's only at £50.95, so I think that's going to be a good one to go for. It's got a nice tempered glass side on it, nice looking case as well, standard ATX case in black. I'd also do it in white as well, but we're just going to click for the black one here. So we'll add that in. In terms of power supply, not going to need a great deal. I mean, as you can see, we need 401 watts estimated wattage here on PC Part Picker. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for 650 minimum, just so we've got a little bit of headroom if we want to upgrade at a later stage. We're also going to go for fully modular to keep it nice and tidy. You could save a little bit of money if you didn't want to go full modular. You could go part modular, or you could go completely fixed cables, but I like to go for a modular. As you can see, we got this one here, the Rio Toro Enigma G2. I've heard really good things about this. As you can see, there's only one review on here, but it's a good one, so that's not too bad. It's also 80 plus gold rating, so that's even better than I wanted originally. And it's 850 watts, so we've got plenty of room there for upgrades if you want to go for something a bit more powerful later on. So we'll add that one in as it's good price as well. Operating system, we're going to leave that because that's something you can technically get for free off Microsoft and use it unregistered with little to no problems. But you could also go on a website and get a key for that to give you a legitimate copy. So, but we'll leave that for now. Right, in terms of monitor, as this is 17.3, obviously we're not going to get that size for a desktop. It's also an IPS display, 144Hz G-Sync. I think we're going to struggle to find IPS 144Hz G-Sync to keep within a decent budget. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into monitors and we're going to go FreeSync G-Sync compatible, so it'll still work with G-Sync with the 2070 that we've got. And we'll just order that by low to high, so we'll go for a decently priced one. And straight away I can see the AOC G2590 FX 25-inch 1080p TN 144Hz. Like I say, we're not really going to get an IPS for this kind of range, and it's only 174.95. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for that in PC Part Picker. If I just do that by price, and if we come down, we should find it down here. G2590 FX 1080p 144Hz 1 millisecond TN 16:9 186 on here, so we'll go for that one. Let's go back to the laptop so we've still got a comparison, and then we're going to go down to we need peripherals. So obviously with it being a laptop, it comes with a keyboard and mouse. This one actually comes with a separate mouse as well, which is good. So we'll click keyboards, we'll have a look what we can get. It won't be mechanical on the laptop, but we're going to try and get a mechanical one here. It is RGB, but we're not going to bother with that just for now. That's something you can spend the extra money on if you want to. So we just tick mechanical, we'll do it by price. Obviously there's some that are really cheap, but the switches I've not particularly heard of, so I'm going to go for the best sort of one that I can get with a decent switch. So what we're going to look at is, let's keep going down, see what we can find. Razer Black Widow. What I'm going to go with is the Kingston HyperX Alloy FPS. Decent reviews, not amazing but not bad. Cherry MX red switches, so we'll go for that one, and it's red backlit, not RGB, but that doesn't matter. We'll go with this. Then we're going to look at mice. Right, straight away I'm not even going to bother looking too much, as we have Razer DeathAdder Elite right at the top for a decent price of £37, 16,000 maximum DPI, optical sensor, wired, black and green right hand operation, so that's £37. We'll go for that one. And that pretty much concludes the setup really. I mean, you could go for speakers, as the laptop's going to have speakers in it, but that's not necessary really. Obviously you can add a headset to that, but we're not going to talk about that for today. I just want to get a good benchmark for base layer for the specs we're looking at. So as we can see, as we come down, it's actually came out to £1,429, which means we've saved, against the £1,700 price of this laptop, we've saved £270 basically. So £270 is quite a lot. We can then look at changing a few things and seeing what upgrades we can make. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to change this RAM out, as it's only 2666. We're going to get rid of that, and then we're going to choose memory again, and we're going to go for 3000 megahertz. And straight away again, as you can see, we've got 16GB Vengeance LPX 3000 2x8 sticks for similar price, so we're going to go for that one. Add that in. It still leaves us with £270, and then what we can do, the next best one to upgrade I think would be the 2070. So what we'll first do is we'll have a look at a 2070 Super and see what we've saved still with that. So we click 2070 Super, we'll go price range, and again if you look we can get the Gigabyte WindForce, that's a 3 fan one, so we're going to go for that because it's got better cooling than some of these. Decent reviews again and decent price, so we'll add that one in. So now we look and we see we've got £1,535.70 with a 2070 Super on board, which means we've still got over £150 to play with to make more upgrades should we wish. So we can use that for better mouse, better keyboard, or we could use that for maybe headphones or speakers, whichever you want to use that for. And we can also add some extra fans in, things like that, so that's another thing we could do. But what else we're going to do here is we're going to see how much better we can get in terms of the graphics card side. So 2070 Super at the moment, and we've still got £150 to play with. Let's see if we can get a 2080 or a 2080 Super in the same price range. So we'll add another card there, and we'll click 2080 and 2080 Super, and we'll do that by price again, and now let's see what it comes up with at the top. Straight away I can see there's a Gigabyte Gaming OC, which is a similar sort of model to the WindForce that we just chose for the 2070 Super. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose this one, as this is a 2080 Super. So if we add that, now let's see what we're getting in terms of price. £1,689.79. So we've straight away, for the same price or even less than the same price, we've got a full setup with 2080 Super in it, which is a much better graphics card over the 2070 that was originally in the laptop. So as you can see, you can actually save a lot of money by going for a desktop over a laptop if you don't need the portability, or you can get a much better system for the same price, or even less, as we've discovered here. So yeah, that wraps that up. Obviously there's also different things you can do to it. Like I say, you can change it to an ITX case if you want a bit of portability. Obviously you need to change a few things such as coolers, motherboards and everything in there to make that work for you. But as it stands, we've got a very good setup here, which is mid, probably to high-end sort of specification we've got here, and you get a very good gaming performance out of that. So yeah, that's that. I hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll wrap it up.
Right, so as you can see what we did on PC Part Picker against the laptop that we chose on overclockers, you can see that you can save quite a bit of money by going for a desktop over a laptop. So if you're willing to spend a certain amount of money on a laptop and you don't need necessarily the portability of the laptop, then you can also get a much better system for the money that you would pay for the laptop, so you can upgrade it a little bit and still be within the same budget. Like I said at the start, if you do need a laptop, then there is certain use case scenarios that people need one for. So obviously if you need a laptop, you need a laptop. That's the end of it really. So yeah, I hope you find this video interesting. I hope it helps you decide on what you're going to buy. If you were looking for a laptop, have decided that maybe you don't need one, then you can look at buying a desktop, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of a guide of what you can get for your money. So cheers for watching, guys, and please stay tuned, please subscribe, and have a look, see what's coming. Thank you.